How's it going, guys? Today we are hardening plants, getting them cleaned up and moving them outside. So these plants have been outside a few times already. They have slowly started to outgrow their current living situation, and in zone 6A here we have just a little bit longer before it's warm enough I can start putting them in the ground in the raised beds. So let's get into it. Now, you've known plants start to outgrow their current living situation. If you have indoor plants that don't have very good airflow, you start to get plants like these. We got some leaves are looking to start curling. We got some dead leaves, like this one here. We're just gonna pluck that guy off. And also, if I can get it close enough, right around the stem, you'll see a white powdery, almost mildew. That's either by bad airflow or just overcrowding. So, as I get all these put in where they need to go, I'm gonna start getting them cleaned up, get them pruned, move on to the next step. Now, how I'm gonna organize my rack this time is I'm trying to take my tallest plants, the ones that don't have bad leaves at all. If they have bad leaves, I'm just plucking them off, throwing them away. I'm gonna put those on the very top rack. Since this rack's gonna be sitting outside, they're gonna have a lot more room to grow and flourish. And earlier I brought up this plant. Oh, there's another one. So because of that fungus that spread, I had to pluck off most of its leaves, but the plant already started growing more leaves at the bottom where it's trying to revive itself and stay healthy. So I'll keep an eye on these here, and we'll get them into the rack. All right, now on the second rack, I want to have plants that aren't that big, that are still growing. So a lot of these plants are still doing pretty good. Got some bad leaves on that one. Right here's a nice one. This is a 7-pot brain strain, doing really well. So a few of my pots here have 2 or more plants in it, just because it was kind of hard to separate them when I was putting them in their pots. But when I go to move these into the raised beds, I'll separate them a little better, or let them grow and they'll slowly thin themselves out by themselves. Alright, so now I'm going to speed through this real quick. I'll speed the video up, and I'm just going to pluck through these and get these pans ready. Alright, now I got all my pans together, I'm going to go throw them in this rolling rack here. This will work really well during the hardening stage, as I can move it in and out of the garage and out here slowly and surely as it gets warmer out, and then they'll be hardened in no time and be ready for the garden. All right, now apparently I forgot to record this part of the video. What I'm doing here is I had some extra vegetable plants that definitely aren't gonna survive any longer in their pots inside that rack. So what I'm doing here is I'm just gonna go put them out in the garden on the trellis. We're gonna see how well they do. One thing I really enjoy doing with extra plants is seeing how well they do in extreme environments. And here in zone 6A, we have some questionable weather on the way. So I'm gonna hurry up and get these in the ground and get them tied up real fast. And I'm gonna show you how to do that here in a minute. Now I do know that with plants that have vine, they do they do latch on by themselves to trellises or anything near that is. But I always just like to make sure that there's something giving it a quick hand, helping it out. So I'll always tie them up, not too tight, just enough to kind of help keep them stable if there's a high wind and they lose their grip by chance. And then I'll usually leave the top guy on his own. He'll find his way where he needs to go. Now, like I said before, thanks for watching the video, watching my shorts, subscribing, liking, following, all that stuff. Hopefully my editing is getting better for those who've been watching continuously. Make sure you stick around because this week or start next week, this garden is getting a redo. We're moving the fence, we're moving the garden bed, we're building the garden bed, and yeah, all kinds of fun stuff to come. So I'll see you next time.